Hey there, toy collector friends and Batman fans alike. Welcome back to the channel. I'm the Triple TC, that's the time traveling toy collector, and today we are looking at another entry into the Batman Automobilia collection. This is one of the special editions. You can see it's a much heftier beast than some of the ones we've seen before, and this is from a different type of Batman media. This is from the Arkham Knight video game. So this is a bit of a departure. Now, again, let's take a look, as we always do, through the crystal case first, so we can see how wonderful this is. Excuse all the sort of mess on the case. I have attempted to wipe it off, but as is often the case, some of these smears are ingrained, unfortunately. But this is truly a wonderful vehicle. Don't worry, we'll be getting the case off it shortly. And very heavily armoured. I must admit, when this first came through to me as part of the subscription, I was very taken with this. It was something unlike anything I'd seen before, not being a fan of Arkham Knight video games, or indeed any of the Batman video games, so it was very, very new to me. You can see there is the included diorama at the back, which is on the lenticular format that we've seen previously in this range, and I'll look at that closely in a second. But there is nothing else in the display. There's the Bat logo on top of the case, but yeah, there's nothing else in the display and the diorama to give it some extra gravitas or presence. To be honest though, this particular model doesn't really need it. As you can see, it's fastened in with 4 screws at the bottom. We will not be taking those off. I do keep these safe and pristine on their dais. I'm going to take it out of the case now. I would, whilst I'm doing that, be super grateful if you could drop a like to the video if you like the sort of things you're seeing here, and also it would be amazing if you could drop a subscription to the channel whilst you're here. A lot of people watch these videos without subscribing, and that's absolutely great. But to help boost the channel and promote the channel, I'm trying to get to my next subscriber milestone, and it would be absolutely fantastic if you would drop that free subscription to the channel, either whilst you're watching this or directly that you've finished watching it. So off comes the case. So thank you very much. If not, don't worry, I'm just glad that you're here for the ride. But it would be absolutely wonderful and means so much to me if you could. Here is the lenticular backdrop, which looks like some sort of zombie apocalypse. Oh no, I think that might be Bane, actually, before I go and get shouted at in the comments. Maybe it's not. The lenticular stuff sometimes gives it a 3D effect or a sense of movement in the picture. You probably are seeing some of that. This doesn't appear to be one of the better ones. But there is some movement in there, but it's still nice to have something that sets off the actual vehicle itself. Talking of which, here we are. Now we can move this around quite freely because, as I mentioned, it is bolted down, so we don't have to worry. That said, it doesn't have moving pieces, so things like this heavy artillery cannon is a fixed piece, so we won't be moving things around. Similarly with the tires and the wheels. But let's get in nice and close and have a look at this black behemoth, because it is incredible. You can see there's some differences in the matte black and shiny black, particularly around the cockpit area there. You can see that. There's also, those tires are also pretty rugged. Those wheels, you can see there's 2 sets of tires per wheel, and that sort of silver armaments. There's the headlights there, you can see, pulled out in with a bit of yellow. There's missile pods secured here either side of that cockpit. I suspect lots of other concealed weapons as well. This is a very heavily, very rigged beast of a machine. I love the detailing on the hubcaps. I love the gold accents there on the side and also on the back here, which I'm also assuming are in some way linked to perhaps air vents and thrust. I don't know, I'm assuming. We can see the sort of traditional Batmobile flamethrower thrust at the back, so hopefully they've got some atomic batteries going to power in there. There's also, you can see very nicely, I don't know if you can, so I'm going to zoom in as much as I can. That detailing on the back there, there's some like this little sort of almost a warning or hazardy type alerts here on either side of that thruster. It is quite a mammoth thruster. Let's just move that back over here. We'll go around the other side. You can really see the sort of asymmetrical weapons array on that turret there. It really is decked out. This is it's a beautiful piece. There are so many wonderful vehicles in this range. It's hard to get. I'm looking forward to getting through them all over time. But let's take a look at that cannon array. Again, more lovely gold detailing. An almost Gatling gun-esque type element here. Another gun here. These are the sort of ports. Another gun at the side there. I mean, it isn't lacking in armaments, is it? And I do wonder if these compartments also open up and fire something. Oh no, those are actually just vents above there. Okay, but I'm convinced that anyone who's played this game will know of other armaments and compartments that they may well be seeing on here, but I'm missing because I'm not familiar with the actual game itself. So folks, if you are familiar with the game and you are familiar with this particular model of Batmobile or Bat Tank, or whatever we want to call this, then please drop a message in the comments down below to let me know where else some of the armaments may be concealed on here, because I would be fascinated to know a bit more about this particular beast. But it really is one of my favourites, and that's saying something, because there's an awful lot of them that are fantastic. And I don't know if you've spotted this. I nearly forgot to mention it, but from this angle you can also see the bat symbol here. You can see it from the top. It's not so cool, it's not so easy rather to see. If I zoom in it might work a bit. You can just sort of see this outline of what I assume is some sort of either battering ram or cutting tool that's based there at the front of the vehicle. But that to me is a beautiful touch. You can see it again there. And once you see it, you know it's there. But yeah, this is, I really love this. I really love this design and all that goes with it. So again, do please let me know in the comments down below if this is something that you're familiar with, and you can tell me a bit more about its armaments or anything else. And if this is one of the pieces that you picked up in the Automobilia collection, or is it something you wish you had because you had no idea this kind of thing was included in the Automobilia collection? Because to be fair, when it was first launched, it really sort of picked up only and promoted a few of the Batmobile types that were perhaps the more famous at the time, which of course makes sense. But some more ardent and sort of deep cut Batman fans might not have realised that this kind of model was included along the way in the range. So if you're one of those and you're kicking yourself now, do let me know. But again, don't forget, you can often pick these up on the secondary market. It's a buyer's market really for these. So have a look, see what you can haggle possibly. And look out at conventions, because they're still the sort of thing that does get sold at conventions. So be mindful of that, I would advise. That's all I'm going to say on this one. I think it's beautiful. I'm really glad it's in the collection. Again, if you are familiar with any of the Batmobiles in the collection, or you haven't picked them up but you know that they're there and you're interested to see what they look like, I do have the entire Automobilia collection. So if you want me to bring one to the fore, as it were, rather than just the list that I'm going through in an almost ad hoc fashion, again, let me know in the comments below and I'll whiz that to the front of the list and put that in a upcoming Batmobile video. Absolutely be my pleasure. Anyway, thanks for spending the last 10 minutes or so with me. I've been the Triple TC, that's the Time Travelling Toy Collector, and you've been a fantastic audience. And this has been the Batman Arkham Knight video game edition of the Batmobile, or Bat Tank. Please do remember to like the video, and if you've hung around this long, go on, subscribe to the channel. It's completely free, and I will be very, very grateful that you help me towards my next milestone. Go on, go on, go on, go on, go on. Anyway, take care. I'll see you hopefully in a future or indeed a past video, and it just remains for me to say that a thing of beauty really is a toy forever. Take care. Bye-bye for now.